episode of Al's Tinkering Tips. In today's video, my father is going to show you how to optimize some of your power tools.
Hello there. I'm just going to show you some things, and I'm going to go into my basement workshop. I can show you my basement workshop here. I have a door pretty well sealed so that the sawdust stays inside. On this episode, I want to show you some things that I work with on my drill press. For example, going from a small drill to a large drill means that here's a small drill, and now we put the big drill in, but I don't have reversing on my thing, but I do have this device. It's a piece of wood about 1 inch by 1 inch by 7 inches with a piece of old leather belt on it. And doing this opens it up quickly, and that snugs it up enough that I can use the key, the chuck key. And as you notice, I have rubber things on the things to help hold it, especially when you start getting a bit of arthritis. This helps quite a bit. And then place it on the magnet right there. So here we also show a fence. Like, say for example, I was going to drill a hole like that, and these spots in here. I bring this fence up. This is a fence up. You can see one pivot point over there. It needs to be snugged up slightly to stop any looseness on it. And I would just bring this up to this point where I want to drill the spot. Then just clamp the fence. And now, when I drill, if I drill these things, they're all going to be exactly in the same line. So that's very handy. And of course we have this movable thing that's replaceable when it gets too worn. Another thing is the chute on here. When we push the chute down, some piece goes down and goes into the trash. And the reason why we have the chute in the middle here, so we can clamp things onto the bench, like that. Okay, that covers the. And also we have a drill press holder here. As you can see, this is the drill bit I was using. There's an open spot for it, but I can grab any drill quite quickly, and it's got steps in here, so it kind of tends to even the height out a bit. So it's very handy. Okay, the next step is my router table. And here I have a built-in fence, my own design. Again, it's got a pivot point. Turns like this. These are adjustable, different sizes of router bits, and also have a vacuum hose attachment. And it has one extra added feature. I snug this up like here, and that is tight as tight. But it's one additional feature, and this goes way up like that. It's on a hinge, and now I can adjust the bits, whatever bit, however I want to do that. I can adjust the height and the lock and everything else, and reach these items very easily. So that's very handy. And I used to have gas shocks on here, but they wore out. So it's not that bad. And I can lock it down with a lock here, but usually it's heavy enough it doesn't want to go anywhere. So that's the router table. And it's on a mobile base. And as you might notice, that on the same base is a jointer. The jointer is on the same base. This is not part of the jointer. Okay, another tool that we have. This is something that most people would not have. this is a sanding surfacer, and take the piece of wood like this, and I could show something, but like if I mark it like this and put this on here, goes like that, and two runs over, and it becomes perfectly smooth, and you can see it's taken off, and the surface is beautifully smooth, and that's the sanding, and it's very, very flat. And basically, construction of this comes up again. You have a motor and a sanding wheel. I'll talk about where we can get this later on. But it does a fine job. Even with bits and pieces missing, it still does a good job. So this is my favorite sanding machine for nice flat surfaces. And once it's down, it's locked down. So that's some of the things I have in my workshop. I do have more ideas on that, how to do things. So I think maybe that's about it for this session.